Hello everybody, this is Dr. Dowell with a special news report. As most of you guys know, we've been having earthquake after earthquake after earthquake. We just had the biggest one in California that we've had in like over 20 years. We had a 7.1 and they were back-to-backs. And the fault line, you know, it's getting more and more separated, and as a lot of you guys know, the more earthquakes we have, the bigger the chances that California, Oregon, Washington, we're all going to drop into the sea. So this is very, very important stuff. We just recently had one in Seattle here a couple days ago, here on Friday. It was a 4.6. Very, very scary stuff, guys. Yeah, guys, this stuff is straight up getting really, really crazy. It's really, really scary as well, too. So, Dr. Dowell, we got that special news report for you guys coming right up. Check it out. Here it is.
The city. Inside businesses. And in the streets. The massive 7.1 quake shook this town just a day after being rocked by a magnitude 6.4 foreshock on the 4th of July.
Everything gone.
Yeah. The violent shaking causing this home to go up in flames.
There's a house right there. You see that thick black smoke. Firefighters right now working to put that out.
Many residents tonight sleeping on sidewalks after dozens of homes were severely damaged or completely destroyed.
We're not going to leave. This is our home. But at the same time, it's really scary to be in the house.
I went and checked on my house and it was gone. So I lost my house today. I don't know if I can even save it.
Grocery store owners had barely finished cleaning up after Thursday's shaker when Friday's hit.
I was smoking cigarette outside. I thought, this is it. End of the world. It shook like crazy.
Some 3,000 residents in the area are without power. And in nearby Trona, California, a quake split the highway, making it difficult for emergency services to reach residents.
This side of the fault moved that way towards the south. This side of the fault moved that way towards the north.
Fearing structural damage, Ridgecrest Regional Hospital, the area's only trauma center, protectively evacuated patients. The latest quake was centered 150 miles northeast of Los Angeles, the largest to hit the region in 20 years.
6. ABC's Clayton Sandell has the latest now from LA. Clayton, good morning.
Good morning, Amy. An early morning jolt. The U.S. Geological Survey reporting a 4.6 magnitude earthquake struck just before 6 Eastern in the town of Three Lakes, Washington. That is just outside Seattle. So far, there is no tsunami warning. Good news. And it appears this quake is not connected to those quakes that struck Southern California last week. But the West Coast region has been on high alert since those July 4th weekend tremors. And experts have been examining the fault lines that run through Seattle to see how far they extend and determine just how strong an earthquake they could produce. Experts say they are less active than the ones in California, but still could trigger a major quake. So officials taking this very seriously this morning. Amy?
So yeah, guys, as you guys can clearly see, there's kind of a pattern that's going on here, right? So, you know, it hits a couple times in California, back-to-back, 4th of July, and then we have, you know, the 7.1, and then Seattle has 4.6. You know, so Cali, Washington, the Pacific Northwest, and Oregon, and specifically, we've been due for the big one forever and ever and ever. And matter of fact, that's where I live. I live down in the Pacific Northwest, and we've been long overdue for over 100 years. And so, and then as far as the fault lines go, you know, with California, Washington, and Oregon, eventually we're going to be at the bottom of the sea. Like, all 3 states are just going to drop, and you know, it's just going to be horrible stuff, guys. So if you guys have never been a part of an earthquake, definitely get prepared. Grab lots of water, bottled water, stock up on food. The biggest thing, guys, is when this happens, you want to make sure that you, your family, your children, your mom, your dad, your cousin, your aunt, your uncle, you want to make sure you're in the best place that you could possibly be. You don't want to let this thing catch you off guard and be in a bad place. Because when tsunamis happen, you know, worst case scenario, especially for the Pacific Northwest, because that's where it's destined to hit. It's going to hit. And all the signs are there. So I definitely want each and every one of you guys to be prepared. So like I've said, just fully stock up. And, you know, if you guys got some extra time, I would advise that you know, get on YouTube and check out some what to do in the event of an earthquake type thing. For the most part, I've given you guys the basics to kind of work with here. But it's always good to be overly prepared than underly prepared. This special news report was brought to you in part by Dr. Dowell. I'll catch y'all next video. See you then.